We have the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting here today, August 26th. My name is Brian Heath, Chairman. We have Anna Klaus as member and Jerry Chipman as member as well. So on today's agenda, we have two items. The McElwain School is a request for a minor modification to the 40B application. And we also have Burrow Place, another request for a minor modification to a 40B as well. So we're going to start off with, just read the announcement here. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th order suspending certain provisions, the open meeting law, imposing restriction on the limitation of the number of people. We're going to be doing this Zoning Board of Appeals meeting via Zoom. No person in attendance. Members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time. This meeting is being recorded, and within 48 hours, we will post a link of the recording on the town's website and or town social media webpage. All right, during this meeting, all votes for the board will be taken as a roll call vote. The following Bridgewater Town staff members are here participating: Jennifer Burke, Community and Economic Development Director; Steve Solari, our Building Commissioner; and Jasmine Farinacci, Executive Assistant. This time, everyone's mic is muted. The board's mics will be unmuted through the whole meeting. And as items appear on the agenda, the project representatives' mics will be unmuted. If the project is a public hearing, and allows for a public comment, as we ask that you use the chat feature to ask your questions by listing your name and address and your question. The chair will recognize all questions in order. You can also use the raise my hand feature in the participant menu, and you will be unmuted when the chair recognizes you. Again, please state your name and address before asking a question. If you are on a phone, you can dial *9 to do raise your hand. So the first item we're going to address is the McElwain School's request for minor modification.
Who from your team is going to present? Who do you want me to unmute?
I can do the present.
Okay, you're already unmuted.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, good to see you again. Thank you for this opportunity to bring this minor modification before you. We're excited about the project. As we mentioned in our letter, the project has been funded by DHCD, so we're in the process of completing our construction drawings and getting ready to close on the transaction and start construction. With any kind of advancing of drawings, there comes changes, small changes, insubstantial changes, and so we are presenting those changes to you in our letter, and we're seeking to ensure that this doesn't trigger a need for a public hearing, and we're here to answer any questions that you have. Thank you.
Okay, so reading through this, we have basically two modifications and one item just, showing, I know we went from 85 to 93 parking spaces. Took me a while to find the 93rd one. It wasn't marked as a parking space, but I found it. What's the other one? I requested town engineer to compliance. So the test pits, I saw those, and I've seen correspondence that Jennifer has sent over from a zoo in regards to the test pit. He was fine with those. So the two things that we need to look at are the request to raise the parapet from 35.5 feet to 37 feet.
Correct.
And the adjustment of going from 37 2 bedrooms to 36 and 7 3 bedrooms to 8. I just got off the phone with the deputy fire chief, and they didn't have any issue with the raising of the parapet, so that one seems fine. As far as the switch over. I know that in past that they've said that they kind of like the 3 bedrooms more anyways, so not sure if anybody else on the board has any questions or anything to add. I'd open it up to Jerry or Anna.
I'm fine.
I have no questions.
So again, I think they do qualify as minor modifications. Everything seems to be in order. So at this time, I would ask someone to make a motion on the request.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that these can be considered as minor modifications.
Okay.
I would second that motion.
All right. So we've got a motion. Do we have, and we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we've approved the modifications and the adjustment in the parapet height, and in regards to the reallotment of 2 and 3 bedrooms from 37 to 36 and from 7 to 8 3-bedroom.
So I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, was that motion was just to approve them as minor modifications, and now you're approving the changes, or was that motion to do all of that at once?
It was real. I was looking at it as a motion that they were minor and that was all at once. And
Okay, thank you.
We need a roll.
That's what I was looking at when I made the motion.
Yep, and you do need to roll call vote that.
okay. All right, so I think we're all set with this one.
We need to do a roll call vote
On,
that. All votes have to be done a roll call when you're doing.
right, we did.
No, you just said all.
You
Didn't
have
you
to
just?
say your names.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Brian Heath,
so Brian Heath approves.
Jerry
Anna
Chipman,
I vote aye.
Anna Klimas,
I approve.
All right, so everybody approves and the motion passes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is another request for minor, it's another request, first for determination of whether the requests are minor or substantial, as this is a 40B. The 2 requests are apparently there is a certain pipe to the existing storm drain that was needed to be adjusted anyways, and when they dug it up, it was pitching the wrong way. So the request is to make that adjustment to the pipe. And then second, in regards to stormwater connection pipe, there's an 18-inch pipe, which it was discovered was corroded during the construction. And again, the request was to replace a 30-foot section of the 12-foot pipe. As these were existing on the site and their improvements, it doesn't change anything in the project. And the town engineer was at the site with my understanding with the head of the water and sewer department. From what I've seen in regards to emails between Jennifer, were they to you, Jen? I'm sorry, I don't recall.
Yeah, so I know there's a representative here that can speak if she'd like, but I can just sort of give a background. So engineer Azu has been doing inspections on site, and this matter came up during his inspections. So he has been having conversations with the guys in the fields about this, and so he's been corresponding with them via email and copying me, and that's how all of this came up. So there's been some correspondence between he and I. He and I have spoken. We've all spoken with the town attorney. We've all agreed that we think these are minor modifications, but needed to be brought back before the ZBA for just a quick approval. We don't think there's any issue. The water and sewer superintendent also has no issues with these changes.
Okay, cool. Does the applicant have anything to add in regards to this?
Hi, good evening. Stephanie Kiefer on behalf of the applicant from Smolik and Vaughn. And also on the call I see is our engineer from SciTech, Jeff Couture. But I think, Mr. Chairman, that you've summarized the changes. You know, typically these would be considered field adjustments. And they're both kind of making improvements to existing problems. And we would simply just ask that the board approve these as minor modifications to the project.
Okay, does Anna or Jerry, do you have any questions regarding these two requests?
I don't have any questions, no. And Jerry, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I think they're positive changes, and I agree that typically these would just be field decisions made.
Yeah.
So no, I'm fine with that.
Okay, then can we have someone make a motion to label these as minor modifications?
I'll make the motion.
Anna?
Consider these minor modifications.
Anna?
I would
Second?
that.
All right, we'll take a quick vote on, we agree that these are minor modifications. All in favor?
We have to do a roll call.
Yep.
Anna Klimas, I vote yes.
Jerry?
Jerry Chipman, I vote yes.
Brian Heath, I vote yes. Okay, and then it's just a motion to approve the readjustment of the 30-foot section of pipe in the existing storm drain and the replacement of the 12-inch.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if I may also, the language that's used in the 40B regulations really is an insignificant change. So if you want to incorporate that language within your upcoming vote that you're going to take.
Okay.
Okay. So if someone would make a motion that the changes related to the 35-foot section of pipe, repitching it, and then the 30-foot section of 12-inch pipe, replacing it as insignificant changes, we can move this to a conclusion.
I will move that those both can be considered as insignificant changes.
Have a second?
Second.
All right, roll call, all in favor?
Jerry Chipman, yes.
Anna Klimas, yes.
Brian Heath, yes. So the motion is passed and these are approved.
Thank you very much for your time this evening.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's it for items on the public hearing agenda. I would request if someone would like to make a motion in regards to approving the minutes from the July 7th meeting, if you've read them all.
I'll make the motion to approve them.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jerry Chipman.
Anna Klimas, aye. Not to be confused with Anna Claus.
Anna Claus. And Brian Heath, aye.
Jennifer?
What?
No.
Okay.
So the motion to accept the meeting minutes passes. Jen, we don't have a director's report, do we?
We don't, just to let you know that I don't believe we have any new filings, correct, Jasmine? Right. So it's most likely that our September 9th meeting will be canceled.
Okay.
We'll see you around Halloween.
Are you complaining, Jerry?
No, not at all. I do miss going in though for the meetings. I do miss having the meetings in person.
So, honestly, it's easier when you're there.
Yeah.
That's why I go in the office every day.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Brian
Aye.
Heath, aye.
Stay safe and well, everyone. Good to see you.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.